Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Erin. Today I have a little video about natural deodorants. And before I start, y'all look at my shirt. My husband picked this up for me and surprised me with it when he just got back from his most recent trip. And we love Supernatural. I'm sure you guys have seen my Supernatural plushes back there, but I am just so happy to have this shirt. But back to natural deodorants. I switched to natural deodorants probably about 6 months ago, and mainly because of all of the bad reviews and bad hype about the aluminum and zinc that is in regular deodorants. And also I'm allergic to zinc. So there was a few deodorants that I was trying out that actually gave me really bad rashes on my underarms. Like I had to go to the doctor and get special cream to clear these up. Painful rashes under my underarms. And so if you are like me, where you either want to get into the natural deodorant arena just for your own health purposes, or if you're allergic to one of the ingredients in mainstream deodorants, then keep on watching, because I have 4 different natural deodorants I'm going to tell you guys about, and also some wipes. So let's go ahead and get into it. First, I want to preface all of this by saying that I am a sweaty person. I sweat all the time. I live in Florida. While we do have colder times during the winter, and even right now it's a pretty cool day out, but during the summer it is hot. It is constantly raining. We have the most rainfall of the whole US, so it is humid here all the time. So I sweat. Hi Chihuahua, you gonna come join me? Y'all know a little bit. Hi. So, but I sweat. And I also have an issue with stress sweating. And so, of course, if you don't know what that is, it's what the title means. You know, if you are stressed out about something, you sweat more. And so I just have an issue with it. So I have tried everything from the clinical strength men's and women's deodorants, and I was still having issues with sweating. The zinc and the aluminum in these deodorants was staining my clothes. I mean, it was just bad. And so I decided to go ahead and go a more natural route. Let me start out with the 2 that really didn't work that well for me, and then I'll go into the ones that I really have been loving. So the first one that I picked up, the first one that I ever tried 6 months ago whenever I first started on this journey to natural deodorant, was from Tom's. And I had heard a lot of good things about this brand. And really, in a lot of these deodorants, you're relying on natural oils and baking soda to really be the thing that is odor absorbing. Now, none of these are really antiperspirants. So when you look at deodorants that smell, and antiperspirants are the ones that are going to stop you from sweating. So basically, when you go to a natural deodorant, you're taking away that antiperspirant type formula. So you're going to sweat. But the idea behind this is to make sure that you don't smell when you're sweating. So I'll say that if you're making the switch, you're going to sweat. So we all are supposed to. It's a natural thing. But anyway, back to Tom's. This one, I don't feel like it did anything. And so I got the unscented one, which I didn't necessarily want to smell like anything. And a lot of the other smells in here, I don't like the smell of lavender, which a lot of these natural deodorants go lavender. So I just didn't feel like this worked for me. I felt like I was still smelling, and that was a big deal for me. I don't want to have to smell bad whenever I'm sweating. So this one just didn't work for me. Now the second one, I ended up actually picking this one up at Publix one day whenever I forgot to put deodorant on that morning. Have you ever had those mornings when you rush out the door and you forget to put on deodorant? But I just picked this one up at the grocery store to try it out, and this is from Jason. Now this is their Soothing Aloe Vera deodorant stick. And they had the aloe vera one, and then they had a lavender one, which again, I don't like lavender. So I tried the aloe vera one thinking it would be nice and soothing, because again, I do have very sensitive skin and sensitive underarms. But this one, guys, it smells like a toilet bowl cleaner. So I guess it worked because I smelled like this all day. Of course, I was still sweating because it doesn't have the antiperspirant part of deodorants, but I smelled like this all day. And I smelled like a nasty truck stop bathroom ugh, it was horrible. So, I mean, it works if you like the smell. And a lot of these, you can't really smell them through the tube whenever you first get them. So kind of buy that one with caution. Now the two that really have been working for me, the first one is from Schmidt's. It's this one right here, and I got this one at Target. I think they also have this in lavender, which again, I don't like lavender, so I ended up getting it in the lime. Now this one is pretty much all the way used up, and they're all like this like balm that's kind of hard, that has like granules in them. So your granules are going to be your baking sodas, and then usually the balms are made up of some sort of coconut oil kind of immersion of properties in here. But this one worked really, really well for me during the winter when I wasn't as sweaty. It did a good job at keeping me smelling fresh all day. I wasn't sweating as much throughout the winter time, and so I really, really enjoyed this one. It did not irritate my underarms. I've read a lot of reviews from people saying that this irritated their underarms. Again, it takes a little while for you to get used to putting like the oils underneath your arms compared to the chemicals in commercial deodorants. So, but there was one night a couple weeks ago, and this was when the temperatures had warmed back up, but I basically was sweating all night long. And I woke up with like that stress sweat smell, and I just could not get it off of me. Nothing was helping, which if you ever have those times when your body is just sweating out a lot of toxins and you end up having just that sweat smell to you, take a little bit of apple cider vinegar on a cotton round and wipe your underarms down with the apple cider vinegar. That will go ahead and take that smell out, and then you can kind of start anew. That's another little tip, but again, be very, very careful. Maybe try it on your arms so that if you have a reaction to the apple cider vinegar, you don't burn yourself. But again, that is really, really good to kind of detoxify your underarms, is using that apple cider vinegar. But something that I ended up using in between some of these deodorants is the Pacifica underarm deodorant wipes, and I got these at Target as well. They do sell these at Ulta, but I never can find them online, but I've seen them in stores. But this is one of their coconut milk and essential oils. I mean, I love the smell of these because I love the smell of coconut. This isn't necessarily going to be a deodorant antiperspirant type thing. I use this if I was sweating a lot at night and I am not taking a shower in the morning and I just need to refresh. I'll go ahead and take one of these wipes. Also, if you go to the gym and then you're going to be going out somewhere else, I think that these would really be good to throw in your gym bag. I mean, it's really just a fresh scent. You can clean your underarms, you can clean anywhere where you have been sweating, and it just gives you that nice fresh scent. Now the newest one that I have been trying out is from La Vanilla, and I ended up picking this up in the little like aisle section at Sephora where you go to check out and they have all like the mini sizes, and I wanted to try it in mini size before I went ahead and purchased a bigger size, because again, my underarms are so sensitive that I had to be careful what I ended up getting. So they do have a couple scents, and this one is in their Sports Luxe, and I wanted to get the sports one just because usually when something is labeled as sports, it's a little bit more heavy duty, and like I said, I'm a sweater, I can't help it. But I have been using this one and I love it. It's amazing. It does not sting my underarms. It has kept me fresh all day, even during our hotter days when I'm sweating more. I don't feel self-conscious about anything, about anybody being able to smell me at all. This is amazing. I might end up buying the full size of one of these and then keeping this mini in my work bag just so if I need to freshen up during the day, I can. Now, this little mini one cost me $8. And comparably to the amount of product in here, let's see. It's not on the packaging, but I just looked up. This is a 1 ounce travel sized one, and like your bigger deodorants come with 2.65 ounces. So your bigger size of this one, which is 2.2 ounces, is going to run you $16 for this one, and then it's $14 for their other scents. Now, $16 for a deodorant is a lot, but I feel like this is gonna last me months. And with my traditional deodorant, I used to get the, what was it, like the Gillette men's, and it would click up. And that thing, I would go through it in a month and I'm spending $7 or $8 a month on deodorant. Comparably, the $8 deodorant in this travel size, I feel like it's gonna last me a long time because it is that balmy, you don't use as much of it. It's just a white balm. And I will say about this one, some of these more natural deodorants, like they're hard. They're really hard. This one here from Tom's, like it had a lip on it and it took me a long time to wear it down, but it's a hard balm and it actually like scrapes on your underarms. So this one is just a lot more comfortable to put on. The smell is really nice on it. Now, when I went to smell the other ones at Sephora, they have all of them like shrink wrapped up so you can't smell them because I didn't want to get a lavender scented one. But I think that this is what I'm going to go with from now on. I think between using the Pacifica underarm wipes and then the La Vanilla natural deodorants, I think that this is going to be my go-to team to switching up to natural deodorant and feeling comfortable and confident whenever I'm meeting with new clients or doing something at work. Now, I have not been in a stress sweat situation with these yet, and so I don't know how it would necessarily act in that sense, but I'm willing to put myself out on the line using these two products. So if you've been thinking about switching to natural deodorant, I highly recommend that you do your research, see what's best for you, and try some of these things out. Again, this one works really, really good. I think warmer climates, you might want to get something a little bit more heavy duty, but if you live in cooler climates where you don't sweat as much, this might be a really good option for you. And I think this is like $6 at Target. Now, if you're again in Florida or more humid areas, this is going to be the way to go. Try it out, get the travel size, see how it reacts to your skin, see how it works, and then again, throw these into the mix and you'll be good to go. I was so terrified for the longest time to switch to natural deodorants because I do sweat so much, but I feel like I'm more comfortable with these. I hope that this quick little video has given you guys some information on what's out there, what works and what doesn't. Of course, my skin and my sweat glands and everything is going to be different from yours, so I encourage you to try some of these things out. If you found this video helpful or you like this style of video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below of if any of these have worked out for you or what natural deodorant you ended up switching to. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!